The world is constantly changing around us. Technology is breathtaking. The iPhone only turned 10 years old in June. Of course, the yeshiva has changed too, with our legacy dormitory building and building renovations. The growth taking place around the yeshiva has also been moving at a breathtaking pace. Who would have thought that the West Side would become one of the most desirable neighborhoods in Denver? Ironically, next door to the yeshiva is a sports bar and a movie theater. The contrast of the two institutions is startling. However, by examining the distinction, we can better understand why a yeshiva is relevant, necessary, and a key to the future of everyone sitting in this room and beyond. Let us examine what the role of a yeshiva is, where it started, and what its mission is. The mission of Yeshiva Toras Chaim is twofold: to raise generations of young men committed to leading a life guided by the Torah, and serving as ambassadors of Torah values by becoming responsible Jewish leaders in their communities and families, and to reach out to the Jewish community, raising the level of awareness, knowledge, and appreciation of Torah values that constitute the core of Jewish life.
Believe it or not, we've been here over 50 years. As we finish our first half century, it's time to pause and reflect. What are we doing here? Why are we here? And what's our purpose?
Therefore, the Rosh Yeshiva and the Rabbeim, the deans and the teachers in the yeshiva, are critical and vital in this process because they are the true role models. They give instruction and show the students in the yeshiva how to live lives that are productive and accomplishing based upon the Torah that was transmitted thousands of years ago at Mount Sinai.
One constant throughout all the changes over all the years has been the yeshiva. Whether we've been on Quitman Street, whether we've been on Perry Street, or now on Stewart Street, in our new beautiful campus, the yeshiva has been the anchor that's really anchored Jewish Denver 50 years ago and today as well.
A yeshiva today not only serves as a place where one is able to learn Torah, general studies, and pretty much how to become a mensch, but rather yeshiva also serves as a place to protect us, to inoculate us from our surroundings. The very decadence and morality that permeate the streets is one that breaks family life and one that makes us quickly lose our Jewish tradition. Rather, today in yeshiva, besides for the Torah that we teach and the critical thinking that one learns and discovers from learning a tractate of the Talmud, simultaneously we're also working on building his character ethics as well, to become a mensch, to learn what it means to give back to society, not only to take from society. Through the daily discourses in character building and musar, a boy is able to leave this yeshiva and really become a productive, proud Jewish member of society.
Yeshiva Toras Chaim's General Studies Department is the prime complement to its Judaic department. The curriculum far passes the term general. Each student is given the knowledge, skills, and confidence to succeed in any profession he may choose. The High School Secular Studies College Preparatory Program offers a 4-year course of study that meets and exceeds the establishment requirements for a high school diploma. Students are enriched with specialized programming for optimal education, with programs such as ALEX, Assessment and Learning in Knowledge Spaces, and Math. Furthermore, the yeshiva boasts a fantastic college program, which begins in grade 11 and culminates in attainment of a fully accredited Bachelor of Science degree, including prerequisites for a master's degree.
Yeshiva is here to raise the next generation of Jewish leaders and give them all the tools they need, if it be in the Judaic Studies in the Kodesh department, if it's in the General Studies department, and to really mesh them together, make sure that the general studies that they're getting is fully in line with our values, but at the same time giving them a really high caliber general studies education.
The second part of our mission is to reach out to the Jewish community. The yeshiva accomplishes this through its various branches and programs. What began in a small closet-like office in YTC is now the Jewish experience. Mirkaz Torah V'Chesed has been expanding the yeshiva experience beyond the base medrash and into Denver's East Side community since 2007. The VOD project and the Lunch and Learn programming were developed to service individuals one topic at a time or in a group setting for lunch.
Of course, the major mission of the yeshiva is to educate the boys who study in the yeshiva to become Jewish leaders in their own right in their communities in Denver and other places around the world. At the same time, the mission of the yeshiva is to spread Torah education in the Denver area.
Yeshiva is fortunate to have counted among its dear friends individuals who are pillars of the yeshiva in their express care, dedicated, and unwavering support to the realization of the yeshiva mission. Tonight, we are paying tribute to our legacy building partners who enable us to carry out our vital mission.
Our very close and dear friends are Ronnie and Sandy Schiff, who have been major supporters, sustainers of the Torah learning at the yeshiva, and the Schiffs very actively perpetuate the legacy of Torah in Denver.
Larry and Cindy Hoprin have changed their lifestyle in accordance with what they have perceived to the truth and the brilliance and the purity of Torah. They're devoting themselves to learning hours every single day because they realized what they were missing and trying to impart it in their lives.
Michael and Barbara Katz, they're a wonderful couple, and it was Michael who was the one who took the leadership role after Mr. Barron to begin and start and found a new board of directors, and he was asked to be the chairman of that board, which he did for years, and for this we are eternally grateful.
Tzvi Gelt now has a steady learning partner in the yeshiva daily, and he comes every single day, despite the fact that his time is worth several $100 an hour.
And he and his wife Shoshana have been very generous, really very, very indebted to the Gelts. Bert and Lee Levy, they give us credit, the yeshiva credit, for their relationship, and Bert and Lee selflessly dedicate themselves, fulfilling their joint vision of a thriving yeshiva in Denver. Maury and Joni Troy are names that are synonymous with yeshiva. They promote the yeshiva's mission, and they're champions of Jewish education.
The existence of the M.B. Glassman Foundation is the result of a hard-won victory following a long struggle. It was steadfast resolve and dedication to the preservation of Mr. Bud Glassman's legacy that drove us, sustained us, and fueled the ultimate creation of this M.B. Glassman Foundation, and it is the same dedication to Bud's legacy that continues to guide us, and the support that the M.B. Glassman has of organizations such as Yeshiva Toras Chaim that Bud himself would have been proud to support, because education of the youth and ensuring dignified caring of the elderly are two of the main tenets of giving of the M.B. Glassman Foundation.
I had the privilege to be associated with Andy, also known as Ari Yerucham Siegel. He was a friend, and actually I am grateful to him, as he was one of the main people that seeded the position for the director of the Jewish Experience and enabled me to come back to Denver. A few years later, Andy Ari Yerucham was very instrumental, together with Tzvi Gelt, in the foundation and founding of the James and Debbie Lustig Chabura Fellowship Program. This program was incredibly successful, and we are very grateful for Ari Yerucham's involvement in that program. And most recently, a gift was given to the building in the memory of Ari Yerucham, of Andy Siegel, and we are very grateful. This should be a merit for his neshama, and he should see the nachas from all that happens in the yeshiva, and from the boys and the bachurim and the students, and all that they do and all that they become. I know in Shemayim he is very proud.
While the world is constantly changing, the yeshiva has remained a steady light as the place to connect to our roots and to realize it's only by connecting to those roots that the Jewish nation is perpetuated for eternity.